it's a very big score. The chorus sings in almost every single number, and they have to have a very, very good idea of what's going on before they start moving around, or they're going to forget things. But I want them to have a really strong basis before they get there. Well, it's very intense. A lot of it is a march rhythm. A lot of it is pretty hot jazz rhythm. And it's also homage to and parodies of several different styles. One of which is this sort of astringent style of the Brecht Weill shows, like the Three Penny Opera. And it's got a Begin, which is a standard standard Broadway number. It's got a parody of and an homage to an uplifting gospel number, and a very beautiful and strange kind of romantic duet.
Well, there's a lot of dances in this show. This show there's a lot of different kind of dances. So the first thing I have to do is to get to know the music. If it's a show I don't know. So I listen to it, and I listen to it until it kind of starts running in my head by itself. And then I try to find sort of the groove. Like this show, they're all different. One of the some of the the rich people numbers very sort of da, 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 da. It's very jazzy. So you think, oh, that could be 1930s chorus girl sort of number. And then poor people dances and sort of like the Orphans and Annie. And you get a sense that it's what the rhythm is, and you sort of feel that, and then you try to find steps that kind of go along with that. And then there's that scut work of kind of counting it out, so you sort of listen to it, and then you go 1, 2, 3.
Party, jump in, and I want half the group to do,
It's sort of like a patchwork quilt. A little bit comes together in one thing, and then another little section comes together, and then all of a sudden it sort of happens. So.
All of this, the poor people and the rich people all revolve.
Mommy, help us our race to tell, no matter what we do, we're in a good man too. Cause the awful mean women we've ever seen. We are all born to strong. Mommy, please adore to us, we holy maniacs.
I played Hope Cladwell, who is the daughter of the very successful public toilet owner Caldwell B. Cladwell. Is very innocent and always looks for the best in people.
Well, I played Bobby. He was hopelessly in love with Hope. He was kind of an idiot. He loved to make really stupid lines. I had to say some very silly things and stare off into the distance all the time.
You go around him and go to the other side. Ah, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Gosh, it's beautiful.
Should I move up or no?
No, you should stay there so that you can take a full accounting of how beautiful she is. Okay. The first thing is hands on neck. The second is hands on hands. Wrists, right? The third is the struggle itself. And the fourth is you just let go and you're getting your breath, right?
I played Penny, and Penny is a very strong woman. She starts off the play as sort of a bad guy, but she sees the light, and by the end of the play, she's a good guy.
Good.
So.
We wanted them to see how angry they needed to be and to prove that. That was a hard thing to get, but we're getting there. We're really getting there. They're actually really showing what is called Verfremdens effect, which is the alienation effect of Bertolt Brecht and Kurt Weill. And I'm very proud of them for coming up with that.
Later on, you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep emission high generally, so if you're down on your luck, you'll have to come to a place like this.
I was little Sally, who was a little girl about 8 years old, and she was kind of, she was a rebel, but she was also friends with Officer Lockstock.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it you're in town. They'll box you up and ship you out and call it you're in town, 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 town.
Making me blush now.
Trickle of sweat.
There's a trickle of sweat
Dripping in your ear.
dripping in your ear.
Still you gotta run away.
Run away.
Well, I was the stage manager, so I spent most of the time helping out Mr. Stout in terms of organizing the props and making sure I had everybody's stage directions so that they knew where they were going if they ever had any doubts, and making sure that everything's on time and where it needs to be.
So we're not going to look at a straight line of rich people. One line of rich people is at that rail. The other line of rich people is at this downstage rail, 4 feet down. Guys, is dinner ready, guys? Let's go.
My main thrust with the lighting was to capture the icky aspect that they have created in the play. Traditional colors for musicals are pink and blue. So while I did stick with the pink, I decided to go with a combination of yellow and green gel for the poor people. I discovered that what was actually happening is that pink became for power and the green and yellow became for the downtrodden. So with the power shift in the second act, we actually also get a color shift where the people who are taking over power, Hope and her band of rebels, begin to be lit in pink instead of the green, and Cladwell and his clan end up more in the green realm.
A lot of productions tend to set Urinetown in a specific time, Depression era, and Mr. Stout said very clearly he kind of wanted it timeless. And then we just basically had two factions, the rebels and the rich, so we wanted a very different look for them. And figured the rebels were going to be dirty, they can't wash, a lot of grays, browns, beige, very neutral. So then the question became how to handle the rich people. The men obviously are basically in suits. The rich women, rather than going for the white button-down business look, we would go for more of an 80s kind of power executive look with these jewel-tone blouses and have that color contrast.
Who else gets to be teased? I know. No. Thank you. They're not.
Baby powder!
Okay, got it. So good.
I didn't want pomade all over my pillow.
I bet your mother hates me. Take your pick. Oh, there's Travis. Help me out. Oh, wait, that was blurry. Give me one. Hey, Tuck.
So
Jackson,
poor.
you thought you ducked out of that, but you didn't.
Wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then take that. And that.
But if you squint, you can just make out their headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
I mean, it most certainly is. But it's we who gather for the people.
Tap to the steeple, lawful fruits.
Our task for a little order.
Swindle out a hoarder.
What he loses. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I...
Give me
blush now. Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, little Sally. Yes, it is.
This is